Hi, this is my first online video, and my name is Leona, and I would like to talk about 3ds Max. As you can see, this is the German version, but I hope you don't mind, and I hope I don't mind and get everything done. So, here's our scene, our template, and we would like to import something else that we've been buying in that we've been building in SolidWorks or whichever program. I like to use SolidWorks. And before I want to do that, I want to go here to Anpassen and check out my Einheiten. So, because usually it just does whatever. For example, here you can see 1 unit is 1 zoll or 1 inch in English, and if I've been building my my product in millimeters, it will be scaled. So I would change that here to millimeters in my case and say okay, and now you don't see any difference, but there is a difference. So and now if you want to import something, you go here to the 3ds Max sign and say import, and the first button is to import something that is not a 3ds Max file. So I'll go here and oh, this is interesting. 3ds Max has its own folder structure, so if I go to import, 3ds Max keeps looking for the import folder. Obviously doesn't find anything because I didn't put anything there, but you can use this kind of structure if you like to. This has advantages and disadvantages, which I maybe talk about later. So the file that I'll be looking for is on my desktop, test data, and this is an IGES datei. So I open this one, and it's asking me if I want to implement it in the scene or if I want to replace the scene. So this is important if you've already been importing anything before. Now it doesn't really matter to me. I just have the first one because if I want to import something later on into the same scene, then I don't need to reset the settings. Okay. And now basically we just wait, because this might take a little while. Oh no, it's fast. So the bigger the data, the longer it takes. We'll see. Now on the front here it always says no feedback. Okay, there it goes. So we've been now importing an IGES datei, and the funny thing about the IGES datei is if we import it from SolidWorks into 3ds Max, it's always twisted 90 degrees. And this is just because SolidWorks and 3ds Max work in different parameters. So they have the X, Y, and Z layers on different pages. So what we're going to do is we need to twist this to have it on the right layer. And there we go to the object lister here. And here we see all the different knobs. What that means is, this is better. The body that I've been importing doesn't consist of one body, but has 6 different bodies inside. And this is good because that gives us the possibility to give different materials or colors to each of this level. If I would only have one body, then I could only color one body easily. I mean, there are different ways, but it's basic. So if I would like to work on this, maybe I just do it right now. Then it is always good to name every layer. So how I do it, I select one layer and then I press OK, and now the body that is selected is marked here. Alright, so oops, sorry. So this is my first body, and now we come to the side part here. We click on this, I don't know what it is, rainbow kind of, and then we can rename this body. So it's a foot, so I call it foot 1, and I leave the knobs here because then I know what it is actually. So I can either go back to my object lister, or I can select it like this, and here I also know, okay, this is level number 3, but that doesn't matter to me because I just rename it. Alright, and you can see that these 4, the first ones were already renamed, so I go on here because I don't know what that is. Okay, so this is the charger bottom, right? And then I have this one, and this is charger top, and okay, this is not so cool. Oops. Because this should have been, this is my cable, and I actually wanted it to be in a different material than the rest of it, but that's bad luck. I should have noticed that before. So this is charger top, and alright, we got this. Maybe we save that, save as. Okay, here we see the structure again. 3ds Max always puts scenes into their scene ordner or scene folder. I'll just do that. Test charger. Save. Alright. So still this is laying on the side. So I could either move it with the rotate tool, but then oops, you see what happens. I really have to make sure that I select everything, because now I'm just I've just selected the upper part and everything else is still on the side. So Control Z, double Z. I don't want to do that. If I have more complex shapes than this one, it's good to have a dummy. Where do I get my dummy? It's here on the sun. Then I go here to Helfer, which means dummies, or helper. Go to the dummy and then just draw the dummy. Now something special about 3ds Max is just an alias. There is no nothing key. You have to select anything else and then the nothing key to unselect what you've wanted to draw before. So the dummy, when it's unselected, is green, and when it's selected, it's white, and this is just the other way around for bodies, which is a little strange. But anyways, so now we want it to be on 0. On 0, we can do that down here. There's tab in 0 here in the XYZ, and now it's here on 0. You have to check for yourself what is best for you to do. It depends on what you want to do later on with your layer, and so we figure that out some other time. Now we want our body to be selected like in an understructure to our dummy, so we go to the chart again, select every part of our body, say OK. Now everything is selected except for the dummy. The dummy is green, which means it's unselected. Then we go to the chain, and next time when we go to our object layer again, this is the only choice we have, is the dummy. So, and then we click here down there to chain, and then again we have to just select any other tool to unselect the chain function. Alright, so we go back to our object layer, and then we see here's a plus next to the dummy, and here you see the structure just like in a folder. That means that every part of our body is now attached to the dummy, which is great because that's what we want. And now we can select the dummy and twist the dummy, and then everything that is connected to the dummy rotates with it. As I cannot really see what I'm doing here, I changed my view down at the bottom here, so I have every view orthogonal, and here's the perspective that we've been working in. But now we go to the left view and make that big again. Select our dummy, and now we can rotate it perfectly, hopefully. Yeah, right. Okay. Control S. And we still see that our feet is under the ground, so we select the dummy again, select the moving tool, pull it up a bit, like this. Nothing. Alright. So this is our first part. It's now in the right position. It's named, and it's ready for further work and for further imports. And that's it.